You're welcome to this edition of Be the Genius in You. Well, the whole idea of this channel is to take you on a journey to accomplish the best that you've been created to be. We believe there is a genius in every man. And in this first session, we're going to be looking at that whole idea of being a genius. Who is a genius? What is a genius? So I think it's a good place to start defining what a genius is and who really is a genius. A genius is somebody that accomplished an extraordinary feat. Somebody who makes an extraordinary accomplishment in life, in a particular sector, in an industry, in a certain area of ability. You do something extraordinary. So what I'm saying to you right now is, you that you're watching me now, you are created to do something extraordinary in life. You've got to believe it. You've got to believe that there is a genius in you, because there is a genius in every human being that God has created. Somebody once said, and I'm paraphrasing now, he said, God is not so idle as to create certain human beings with a lesser degree of ability than the others. Now you've got to believe that. You've got to let it be settled in your heart, in your mind, that you don't have any lesser ability than any other human being, living or dead. What am I saying here? You don't have a less ability than the likes of Bill Gates, who invented Microsoft that everybody is using on their desktop today. You don't have any less ability than Steve Jobs, who created Apple Computer and sort of brought computer into such a shape that it's able to fit in onto our tables, the personal computer. You don't have any less ability than Ford, who invented the motor car. So now you got to have that settled in your mind, because that is the starting point to being able to achieve or attain onto that genius that is in you. Like I said, the whole title of this channel and this journey that we are going on is to help you bring out the genius in you. There is a book which I'm about to launch. It's called Be the Genius in You. So a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about are excerpts from that book. On this channel, we also got a YouTube channel. We're going to be sending all that information to you as you subscribe onto our post and the different medium through which we'll be trying to reach you. So what am I saying here? You are a genius. You are created for extraordinary achievement, and the starting point to seeing it is believing it. No one has a higher level of ingenuity than another. A lot of people have been deceived to believe that, some people are created with greater abilities, or some people have a higher IQ than another. And I've always, debunked this ever since I came to the realization of who I am, what I am meant to be, and who the Creator has, what the Creator has, the objectives of the Creator in creating humanity. I've always debunked that belief. I remember once I was doing some work for the United Nations. I was in Switzerland, and I was sat with one of the professors. The United Nations is full of professors. Matter of fact, they wouldn't even hire you into any job in the UN if you don't have a second degree, master's degree. So, but that's just by the way. That's not the purpose of my talk. So I was sat with this professor, and we began to talk about some people having a higher IQ than others, and I'm like, look, I don't believe that. I don't believe anybody has a better IQ than the other. And I'm going to read to you a saying, somebody where Bill Gates was being interviewed on LinkedIn, and Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, sent in a question to Bill Gates that if he has an advice to give, to somebody who is younger than him and than Bill Gates in experience, what would he say to him? And I'm quoting Bill Gates right here. He said, "I was so naive at different skill set, and I thought if somebody had a higher IQ, they could be good at everything, and the idea that you needed to blend these different types of skills together, that always continues to surprise me. And hopefully I've learned pretty much by now that notion that there was just this idea of smartness, and it could go and solve everything. It could go and solve everything. I wish I'd known better than to think like that." Now, that is from Bill Gates himself. What was he saying? He was saying there that nobody is just that genius that can do everything. What he then said, I said, there are different skill sets. In other words, everybody has a particular set of skills, right, that could make them a genius. And I dare to say you have your own genius. What that thing that is going to make you the genius that you are created to be is right inside of you. And you've got to believe it. Now, a mathematician can say, "Oh yeah, he's better than Ronaldo because Ronaldo, is more of a genius than Ronaldo because Ronaldo cannot solve maths." But look, Ronaldo is a genius on the football pitch. And when you take that mathematician to the football pitch, it cannot compare to Ronaldo. So then who then is a genius? Okay, so the genius is that person who is able to identify their passion, that skill set that makes them different, that passion, that strong, that thing they enjoy doing so much that they will excel better than anybody else in that particular area. Now, the major challenge that people have, a lot of us have, and we've not been able to stand out in whatever area that we do, like Bill Gates, is a lot of people, unfortunately, are never able to discover their area of ingenuity. That is that thing that makes them a genius. It could be called their passion. What is that passion that you have? What is that interest? What is that strong desire? What is that unique skill? And I dare say everybody has one. Unfortunately, some of us, by reason of the environment that we grew up in, by reason of the kind of things we've been exposed to in life, by reason of the type of education that we had, by reason of the society that we found ourselves, or by sheer laziness, or by the fact that people around us have not made us to believe in ourselves, we were never able to identify that ingenuity, that genius in us. But now you're coming into encounter with me on this channel is not an accident. I'm going to help you to bring out that genius in you. I'm going to help you, hold in your hand, to be able to achieve and take you right to the top, because there is that genius inside of you. Now, what do you then need to be able to achieve it? First of all, identify that desire. What is that strong interest? That desire, that thing you enjoy doing and has refused to go away. What is that thing? You need to begin to do a soul searching. I, for instance, there are two things I've always loved to do right from when I was young. I've always loved to be a businessman, and I've always loved to, help people to succeed in life. How do I know that I've always loved to be a businessman? Right from the age of 13, I would leave Nigeria even without the knowledge of my parents and I would leave my home country and go to a neighboring country to buy gold, trinkets, to come and sell. And I was just 13. And then when I left university, I realized I had this passion to help people identify, their areas of, ability, their calling, so to say. And so, as well, I always had this passion to help people who have started businesses, to help push their business forward. I come in contact with people who, had startup, a lot of artists, people who sort of like to do paintings and decorate houses, and some people that I met along the way, then they did corporate gifts, and I was like, oh, that is a very good thing, and I would look for ways to help them push their product into the market. So I realized that I also like to be a life coach, and you see, that is my passion. What is that thing? What is that thing that you believe that it is in your interest? It could just be medicine. You want to be a doctor. You just like doctors. It could be you like the way they hang their stethoscope. It could be you just have a love for what they do, the fact that they help people, to get well. Now that could be your strong interest. I don't know what you are going to be the one to search your, what is that interest, and begin to look for ways to pursue or deploy that ability. Now, know that you don't necessarily have to be the best in that field to begin to deploy it. You might have a passion for medicine, for instance, and at the moment you think, oh, you're not good in mathematics, you're not good in physics, you're not good in chemistry or biology, or some of those subjects. Now, don't let that discourage you. Don't let your limitation discourage you from pursuing that passion or interest. Matter of fact, what you need to do is let that passion and interest build up the energy in you to overcome the limitation, your challenges, your lack of knowledge of chemistry and mathematics. For instance, I would always give you my own example. I wanted to do insurance as a course when I was when I was going into the university. But you see, believe it or not, I never passed mathematics from year 1 in secondary right to GCSE. I always failed. But here I was, I needed to pass advanced maths in the university to be able to go in and do insurance in the university then. And what did I say? I didn't allow myself to be discouraged. I told people were advising me, why don't you go and read law? You're very good in all the art subjects, government, economics, literature, and all. And I said, well, I'm good in all this, but I really don't want to read law. What I want to read is insurance. And believe it or not, I got a private tutor who took me in mathematics in just one session, and I didn't just pass my GCSE math, I also passed the university mathematics exam, which is actually advanced maths, in 1 year. Now, that is a feat. You can also do that. So stay tuned, and my word of encouragement to you is identify that passion that you have. Don't let your limitation discourage you, and go